Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Today we're talking power backup, but not the kind you just plug your laptop into. This is the serious stuff.
Yeah, the big leagues.
We're digging into the EATON 93PR UPS system.
Right, so this is what keeps things running in places where downtime just isn't an option.
Exactly. We're talking data centers, hospitals, you name it. If you can't afford to go dark, even for a second, the 93PR is designed to be there. And get this, we've got a whole stack of info to work with today. Brochures, spec sheets, even a video overview.
Oh, nice. It's like getting a 360-degree view of this thing.
Exactly. And one of the things that jumped out at me right away was this idea of it being a building block system. Sounds kind of cool, but what does that mean, practically speaking?
So it all comes down to flexibility and scaling. Imagine you're building a data center right foot, and you know your power needs are only going to grow.
Makes sense.
With the 93PR, you don't have to overbuy right from the start. You can scale up your power backup as your demands increase, adding power modules as you go.
Oh, so it's kind of like a pay-as-you-grow sort of deal.
Exactly. It's really cost-effective, especially in those fast-growing industries where you don't want to be caught short on power.
That's really interesting. So instead of overspending up front, you're basically future-proofing your power infrastructure.
Right.
Smart. And speaking of smart, the brochures also mentioned mixed power modules.
Right.
Is that as unique as it sounds?
It is. That's one of the things that makes this system stand out. You can actually have different size units within the same system.
Oh.
You're not locked into a one-size-fits-all approach. So as your needs evolve, you can fine-tune your power backup mixing and matching modules to get the perfect fit for different areas or applications.
Okay, so it's like they took the building block idea and then said, hey, let's make those blocks even more versatile.
Yeah.
Got it. And it's not just about how you build it right. The efficiency numbers I'm seeing here are seriously impressive. Like 97% in double conversion mode. I'll be honest though, I need a refresher on what exactly that means.
Oh, sure, no problem. Double conversion mode basically means that the 93PR is always providing clean, conditioned power to your equipment, even if the power coming from the grid is perfectly fine.
Okay.
It's like a constant buffer protecting your tech from any fluctuations or disturbances.
So it's always filtering and cleaning the power no matter what.
Exactly.
Got it.
And that 97% efficiency figure, that means that for every 100 watts of power the 93PR draws, it delivers 97 watts to your equipment.
Wow.
Only 3% is lost as heat, which is incredibly low for a system this robust.
Yeah, that's amazing. Less wasted energy means lower power bills.
Absolutely.
I think we can all get behind that. And speaking of things that are good for the bottom line and the planet, let's talk about this lithium-ion compatibility. It seems like lithium-ion batteries are everywhere these days. Electric cars, smartphones, you name it. Why is that a big deal in the world of UPS systems?
Well, lithium-ion batteries are kind of a game changer in the battery world.
Yeah.
They're way more energy dense than the old lead-acid batteries. That means you get more power packed into a smaller space.
So smaller batteries, more power, it's like the best of both worlds, right?
Exactly. And it's not just about size either. Lithium-ion batteries, they charge faster too,
I see.
which is super important when you're talking about power backup.
Yeah.
You want to minimize that vulnerable window after an outage, right?
Of course. Every second counts.
Absolutely. Plus, they have a longer lifespan compared to lead acid, so you're not replacing them as often, which saves money and resources in the long run.
It's like the gift that keeps on giving.
Right.
Less waste, less hassle. Sounds like the EATON 93PR is really ahead of the curve with this lithium-ion compatibility. Like they built it with the future in mind.
Definitely.
And speaking of future-proofing, the brochures mention something about the 93PR being hot swappable, which honestly sounds a little intimidating. Can you break that down for me? What does that even mean?
Yeah, hot swappable basically means you can add or replace power modules while the system is still up and running. No need to power down the whole thing for maintenance or upgrades.
Oh, wow. Okay, so paint me a picture here.
Yeah.
Why is that such a big deal in the real world?
Okay, so imagine you're running a hospital operating room
Okay.
or a data center handling critical financial transactions.
Yeah, high stakes.
Exactly. Those operations can't afford even a few seconds of downtime, let alone minutes or hours.
Right.
With hot swappable modules, maintenance becomes a non-issue. You can swap out components on the fly and ensure continuous power protection. No interruption, no problem.
Like changing a tire while the car is still moving.
There you go. That's a great analogy.
I'm starting to see a theme here with the 93PR. Everything about it screams maximum uptime, minimum disruption. But none of that matters if the system isn't reliable, right? What gives you confidence in the 93PR's ability to deliver when it really counts?
Well, reliability is engineered into every aspect of this system. For starters, it goes through incredibly rigorous testing, both at the component level and as a complete system.
Wow.
We're talking short circuit testing, thermal testing, even simulated power surges. They basically try to break it in the lab to make sure it won't break in the real world.
Smart. So it's like battle tested before it even gets to you.
Exactly. And beyond the testing, there's the design itself. The 93PR is built with redundancy in mind.
Redundancy.
Remember those hot swappable power modules that we're talking about?
Yeah.
That's a key part of it. If one module fails, the system automatically switches to a backup.
Oh, that's cool.
Seamless transition, no interruption in power.
So it's like having a backup singer who jumps in flawlessly if the lead vocalist loses their voice.
Exactly. And it's not just the power modules either. The 93PR has redundant cooling fans, control circuitry, even redundant power supplies for its internal components.
Wow, so they really have a backup for everything. It's like they've thought of everything.
They really have. It's all about ensuring that critical operations stay up and running.